Have you ever noticed that as some people get older, many get shorter? Are you by chance one of them? Hi, I'm Dr. Jack Adrian of ChiroCenter, and in this short video, I'd like to share with you the #1 reason people get shorter, in many cases, much shorter as they grow older. Now, you may be surprised to learn that nearly 100% of the overall shortening process of the human frame as we age occurs as a result of malfunctioning discs that fit between each of your spinal vertebrae. Discs are the shock absorbers of the spinal column and are comprised of approximately 88% nutrient-filled fluids and act much like the fluids found in the shocks of your car that gives the disc its shock-absorbing capabilities. Now, the outer wall of your disc contains thousands of microscopic openings that allow for a process known as imbibition or osmosis. And each time we bend and twist our spines in normal everyday motions, this osmotic process brings nutrient-filled fluids into the disc and expels the waste products, much like the squeeze-release motion of a sponge in a bucket of water. Now, as we get older, we often find ourselves with stiffer, more rigid spines that don't quite move as well as they did in our younger years. Now, if the vertebrae in your spine aren't moving properly, then the discs that fit between these vertebrae can't move properly, and the squeeze-release motion needed to move fluids in and out of your disc diminishes, and therefore fail in being able to expand and push the spinal column higher and higher, thus leading one to a shorter overall height. This often also leads to back and neck pain, and disc dehydration is also the common denominator why spinal discs go bad: decay, degenerate, bulge, herniate, and so on. Now, here's the easy math behind why many people get shorter as they grow older. In your spine, you have 23 movable fluid-filled discs. If each of these 23 discs loses just 1/16 of an inch, you'll quickly be able to see that this is equal to a loss of nearly 1.5 inches of total body height. Now, to make matters worse, 1/16 of an inch is just slightly more than the thickness of a dime. It really isn't much at all. Some individual discs, those that are undergoing serious dehydration, lose as much as a 1/4 inch or more in height. Indeed, it's common to lose as much as 2 to 2.5 inches in height by the time a person reaches age 60, all abnormally, of course, and for many people to lose as much as 3 to 5 inches in total height due to improper spinal maintenance over their lifetime. In addition, loss of disc fluid in height compromises spinal form, often leading to very serious structural distortions. Just become a people watcher when you're out and about, and you will see that as many people get older, they begin to look all tired and worn out and slumped over. Now, one of the most common and devastating structural distortions coming about from abnormal disc dehydration and dysfunctional joint motion is a condition known as anterior head syndrome, where instead of sitting directly on top of the body as it normally should, the head is seen leaning forward to various degrees on the shoulders, in many cases so far forward that it looks as though it may actually fall off the body. In addition to shortening the appearance, this often leads to serious neck and shoulder pain, mysterious headaches, and many other negative health conditions throughout the body. It's also the condition that leads to Dowdwacker's hump. You know, the individuals you see all bent over in deep structural stress but unable to straighten up. Now, it's always easier to correct a spinal condition earlier rather than later. And I promise you that when you get older, you don't want to be like one of those unfortunate individuals you see who are all bent over and now have no choice. If you've noticed that you've lost height over the years, not always, but especially if you're experiencing some kind of unexplained pain syndrome, there is hope. By utilizing proper chiropractic techniques, it's very possible in many cases to reestablish more erect stature and posture where you stand taller, where you look and feel better and do better, all without drugs or surgery. If you are experiencing some kind of pain or otherwise some other kind of mysterious symptom that just doesn't make sense to you, give me a call here at ChiroCenter and let's you and I sit down together and discuss the unique challenges that you may be having. Once again, I'm Dr. Jack Adrian of ChiroCenter. I hope this information has been very beneficial, and I want to thank you for watching.